Hey guys, back with another episode of Barbells and Banter. Did a little bit of a recap on training for Ben and myself. The gang caught up on the weekend and we got after it in the gym, so we talked a little bit about that. Talked about a bunch of other training stuff, fielded some questions that you guys have brought in. We've still got heaps more, so thank you guys for bringing those in. Keep them coming. It's really good to kind of make these podcasts around the things that you guys want to talk about. As always, perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe button, whatever platform you're on. Does really help us get the message out to other people like yourself. Ben's got some blogs out. He's feeling sad. No one's reading them. So if you guys want to go to the website and get into
everyone's
those blogs,
reading them because they're so good, Jess.
I mean, they're so good and everyone's reading them. So get into those. And yeah, check out all the other content that we have there. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the episode.
Last week when Tam was like, worst case, I'll just hit record. I was like, there's terrible case.
Absolutely.
That is high stress.
There was a moment when I was listening to the podcast and it must have just been me fucking changing devices and the audio just turned real shit. And I was like, what has happened here?
Yeah. Tam ruined it.
Yeah, I was like, what has he done to this? And I had Instagram open while I was playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then when I closed it, it went back to normal. I was like, oh, he's off the hook.
Yeah, it's not Tam's fault. I love how we just take no responsibility.
Of course not. I just come in and sit.
Yeah.
It's the job.
Yeah, we didn't even say hello today. Just fucking straight in.
Yeah.
Got a haircut to get.
So like, I need to find someone to get a haircut.
I told you.
I can't go that far. I'm thinking about driving to Altona. It's probably as far as I'd go.
Yeah.
That's 25 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes. That's not really, but it's far. It's not 5.
It's only 50 minutes.
Fuck, it'd have
See
to
your
be.
nephew?
Am I going to get a fucking massage or some shit? Like, it'd have to be something special.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Imagine back in the day when you could, like, smoke a cigar and have just get a cut.
I reckon you nearly could.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe a vape in 2024.
Yeah. At this pace, I reckon you nearly could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a haircut bad. This guy's like, my barber's not coming back for like another month, dude.
Oh, dude. That seems selfish.
Yeah, I've had to shave my own head twice.
Oof.
Yeah.
Tam said he would cut my hair. He'd shave it.
Yeah. I can shave it. I just like the fade.
Yeah.
You know?
I need a fade.
Well, yeah. And like, let's be real. There's a fair few greys on the side.
Yeah.
The fade kind of looks better.
Yeah. Mine's starting to.
It's just like they're all just starting to like come like to the side. I'm like, hey, stop that.
It's the longest mine's been in quite some time. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Those 7 weren't there last time.
Welcome.
Yeah. What am I? 6 days overdue.
For a haircut?
My hats don't fit. Fucking itchy.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Do you get itchy?
Yeah, so wearing this hat, I've got itch on the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bothersome.
I can just shave my own head. That's why I have this reluctance. I went past the stage of pre-contemplation, Ben, and I looked up barbers in the area, and I just don't, you know what?
Don't trust them.
All of the pictures are shit.
Yeah.
It just, it's not enough to get me to take the next step. Like,
yeah.
The shop front looks shit.
Yeah.
You know, like even the pit, like, I'm like, why are you taking photos of kids, man?
Yeah,
like, I want to see the sick fades.
For the money.
Yeah, but I want to see the sick fade. You know?
No, you mark it. 1 sec, it's hot as shit in here.
I'm actually not that hot.
Yeah, shorts on.
Always got shorts on. Always. So yeah, I'm not about it.
Because I walked in the cold too.
Yes.
My body's like...
So I'm not about it. I don't know what to do. Just going to have to look shit for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't shave my own head because I have like 1 or 2 moles on the back.
Yeah, so you'll get them.
Yeah, my barber was like, yeah, don't do that because that one's going to come off. That one maybe come off. I'm like, I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, fuck that. They'll bleed heaps too.
Yeah.
Lots of blood flow.
Yeah. Need to probably go get them frozen.
Yeah, right. I think my head's okay. But... Yeah.
It's just what's inside that's a bit needs some analysis.
Right, that needs a lot of work. Jesus.
A few bits to freeze off in there.
No, that can't be saved. Did you, this is totally left field now. You obviously don't know anything about the news and what's going on. So did you hear anything about how like Arj Barker like kicked out a lady because she had a baby at a comedy event?
No.
Yeah, so I find this very entertaining. And as someone who has a child, young child, I thought it'd be interesting to get your perspective, just to see where you
Fuck
sit.
Arch Barker, no, I'm kidding.
No, just to see, well, bro, like the media at their best, right? Like coming for this dude, yeah.
Oh, really?
Like, she was like, it's like a 7-month-old baby. This lady's taking him, like the kid out. She's like, you know, the baby was breastfeeding, as in the phase of breastfeeding. Like,
Yeah.
But he wasn't like, I didn't see you breastfeeding, kicked you out because of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So this baby's like fucking being a baby, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just making noise and shit. And he was like, you know, you're disrupting the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
And so now the pitchforks have come out.
Fuck.
And like, bro, it's like, well, how did someone describe it? The prison that is breastfeeding. That's what someone said.
Yeah.
You told this lady who's in the prison of breastfeeding that she can't go out. And this other lady was just like, that's your choice, bro. And the event itself was like 15 plus.
Yeah.
So someone else was like, you couldn't bring any other child to this event. So like,
Yeah.
you know, and then, so then, right, obviously, a couple of days to mull over at Old Arch, and he was on the sunrise.
God, I
bro,
hope he just tore it up.
Bro, he was fucking, you could tell the man, like, needed to get shit. Like, he did not stop talking the whole time, man. He's just, like, explaining himself, and he's like, I fucking love kids.
Was he funny?
Well, he actually,
That's disappointing.
he was pretty funny. He even said, he's like, look, I'm really sorry. What I'm actually prepared to do is give your son a ticket that is post-dated to 2030 for one of my shows. He was on.
I like that.
They had him on the radio, everything, bro.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I just couldn't believe that it kind of just like got the spotlight that it did.
Slow news week, eh?
Yeah, he was just like, listen here, like the show itself is like, to make it as immersive as possible, it needs to be quiet.
Yeah, of course.
So he's like, we were in an amphitheater.
Yeah.
It was chosen for that.
Yeah.
It was quiet for a reason.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you make noise, if someone was on their phone, if someone was talking,
Yeah.
he's like, it fucking ruins it.
Yeah, like you go to comedy shows and people you lock up your phone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Rogan describes stand-up as like group hypnosis.
Yeah.
So like if it's good,
yeah, you want
everyone's
hanging
like
off the words, bro.
Sucked in to like feeling it. And I've been to like some smaller comedy shows and some bigger ones, like Chappelle and stuff. Smaller ones are always better because there's less fucking people walking down aisles and like just stuff going on, and everyone's plugged in.
Yeah, more people in a room, just more noise.
Correct. Yeah.
More people.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I understand the breastfeeding thing.
Absolutely.
But like, also, I don't know, you can pump.
Yeah, and someone was like,
I'm not.
No, I get
LJ rejects the bottle at times as well. I understand, but like, I would just never do that.
Well, that's some other people were just like, you just don't go to things like that with a 7-month-old.
So
like, you just don't take them.
Usually like we try and do brunch, like that's always been our thing, and we're like, we're gonna fucking do this with the kid. We're not having that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we time it that it's like he's cool for an hour post wake, like that's his wake window at the moment. So it's like it takes us, by the time he wakes up, feeds, we get organized, get to the cafe, it takes us almost an hour. It's like when he gets there, he's probably going to be ready to go to sleep. So we go to the table. What does he do when he's about to go to sleep? At the moment, because he's 3 months old, he cracks his shits. So it's like, okay, and what do? I get the fuck up and go outside.
Yeah.
Because I used to hate taking my wife out for a date and a screaming kid in my ear.
Absolutely.
It's like, I get it. Like, you don't want to feel left out and all that sort of stuff. But I'm just like, I'm out of here.
Totally, yeah.
It also helps that walking settles him. So I'm like,
it's good.
We went out for lunch the other day and I was just like walking up and down the shops while Matt and Amy were inside. I'm just like, we'll get there. It's like 2 to 5 minutes, he's asleep, and then I can go and chill. I understand not everyone's circumstances like that.
Yeah.
But I'm that person with everything though.
Yeah, you consider it of others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like I would never talk in a movie theater.
Yeah, same.
Like all that kind of shit.
Isn't it wild how like that's just
normal?
Normal?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell sometimes like we select movies now. This is how fucking old I am. I select movies with the idea that there'll be less adolescent children in the cinema.
Yeah, and
'Cause,
what
like,
time
Bro,
you'll go and
they
shit.
it gets to like an hour in the movie, and they're just like, they've had enough.
Yeah.
They're just like, I can't concentrate for any longer. And then they just like, sometimes it's pretty funny though, because they start making fucking like fart noise and shit. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That was pretty funny. Like, it's dead times I was like, it's like, I don't want you to do it, but that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just can't sit.
I'm Team Arj on that one.
Absolutely.
Team Arj.
It's just funny, like, sensitive topic. And then it's just like, let's fucking get him.
Yeah.
Like, let's try and take the man down.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if it was a bunch of dudes, like, who were too pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Making noise, it's like, get out. It's like, oh, how dare you? It's like, it's like, kind of, there's a time and a place, I guess, for everything.
Because it's not him, right? Like, he was... The prison that he's breastfeeding, I understand. But what about the other 200 seats?
Well, that's what this other... like patrons, I guess, said. They were like, I paid for my ticket, and I was 2 rows back and couldn't hear because the kid was screaming. So,
and that's the other thing too. It's like, it depends how bad it is.
Yeah, with this one person who,
if you can't hear,
this one person was like, I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like, I even like, if you went and say like your kid's a good kid, or like quote unquote good kid. I'm not allowed to say that either. But like, your kid is a reasonably settled
he's not annoying
child. Yeah. And like, it's like, if I feed him, her, him, whatever.
They, them,
If I feed, he'll go to sleep, and then we're good, and I'll be able to enjoy the show. It sleeps through the vacuum, sleeps through the dog, like, doesn't matter. Like, it's all good. And just had an off night. Just go outside.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you're clearly going to be impacting everyone around you in that situation.
Absolutely.
It's hard. It's hard.
Man, I remember sitting in a cinema, dude, like, fuck this too. I've come a long way, like, in my, like, I reckon post 30.
Yeah.
I've come a long way. We're sitting in the cinema watching a movie, can't remember what. And this dude brought his whole family. And it was like a movie that you don't bring your kids to.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was. It was like an action movie. It was like, 15
Saving
plus.
Private Ryan.
Something, right? He's got 3 kids under the age of 5, I would say. Him and his wife. Bro, the kids were like running on the seats. One of them started rubbing my head, dude. Like touching my head. Yeah. And I was like, turned around and he was like watching. I'm like, all right, let it slide. And then the next time I was like, buddy, I'm like, your kids keep touching me. Like, fuck's going on?
Fucking
like,
hell.
I was like, just, put them on a leash, whatever you need to do. I can fuck. But it's just like, they were obviously just like, we're going out and the kids are going to be like.
Kids.
Yeah, and they're just going to hopefully look at the screen and I don't give a fuck what happens.
Yeah.
It's like, put them in a cage or something.
Fucking hell. That's terrifying, man.
Yeah. That's also, like, why we never go to Werribee Cinema anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, just
like that all the
fucking
time.
zoo, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just go the other way.
Yeah. One thing that has changed, and I heard that it would change, but I was like, I hope so, but I don't know if it will, is airplanes. Kids crying on airplanes. I'm like, I just want help. I don't hate you.
Yeah. See, my ears bleed, and I'm like, look.
Yeah, I hate you.
How do you turn it off? Is there a way?
Yeah.
I need you to do that.
Yeah, it was like last time I was flying home from Sydney, there was a lady like, fuck man, she had bags. I think she had 2 bags to carry. The kid would have been, I think, 4 months, she said. Trying to get in a wrap, got blankets and jumpers and fucking shit. Yeah. She's obviously early to make sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you need help? She's like, if you could just pick that up for me, that would be great. Because she couldn't bend over and shit. So yeah, ended up helping her get on the plane. And then she sat like 1 row in front of me. She's like, no, I'm like, how you going like flying? Like I would never. Yeah. I think LJ was 10 weeks at the time. I was like, I
ain't taking this.
We're looking at July, and I'm like, She's like, oh no, once she feeds, it's fine. And then like every time the baby made a noise on the flight, I was like, you okay? It's like a totally different, instead of just like, fucking hell, I'm like, sat here.
It's still fucking making noise.
Yeah.
Noise cancelling headphones do help a lot though. Just like, latest.
Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm Team Arj, and I don't know. Amy might even be watching, but I would suggest you would just be like, nah, wouldn't go.
I think so.
That would be our household position.
I think so. Unfortunately, there'd just be a period of time where you're like kind of locked in for this. As hard as it is, like, don't come for me, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, absolutely. How was the workout on Saturday?
Fuck.
Impromptu, very like accidental.
It was crazy, man.
Just like everyone trained at the same gym.
It went from, so obviously Mads came down for a few days, meet LJ, stayed with us. So our plan was to train the 3 days. And then Jess was like, I think on like the Wednesday, it was like, hey, like, what are you guys doing? Try and tee up a workout. She was trying to sort out Parker and stuff. So it's like, we don't know how this is going to work. And then I just mentioned to you, like, are you training in Essendon? Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just go there. And then Loz had messaged me. I was like, all right, we're all going to be here. And then we were all there.
Yeah, it was,
it was mad.
Yeah, I thought just you were coming.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And then hit one after the other.
Surprise.
Like, oh, fuck yeah. This is bad. Yeah, it's good.
So aside from us dressing exactly the same,
oh, man.
it was great.
Fucking hell. What do you mean? That was just as equally as great. That picture's going to go down in the history books.
It's fucking so funny.
Oh,
even down to the Uniqlo shorts.
The hat, when I didn't see the top, I saw the hat. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Same hat.
Yeah.
All same colour.
Yeah,
As soon as you went, I was like, oh no.
Oh, no. This has not gone well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the workout was really fun. So I trained with Jess, Mads, and Liana. Yeah. And like, I sort of worded Jess up at the start. So Mads is like, current trajectory is like, we talked about it on the pod before.
Yeah.
Like, you're ready. Like, you need to start. You're skilled enough to push your sets harder than you do.
Yeah.
So I sort of had said at the start, I'm like, oh, this is what Mads is working on in this program. So we fucking sent it. And Jess, it was Jess's last workout before she started comp prep as well. Oh, she's like, can I send it? I'm like, yes, you can. And I think Liana was kind of just like, fuck, are we doing this?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, insane.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. So we just did like heaps of, we did, everything was to failure and then a lot of even like beyond partials and assisted.
Yeah. Love that shit.
Yeah, it was really fun. Good back workout. Sore for a couple of days, which is nice.
Do you notice the extra partial work and the failure sets? Like, do you feel different the next day, or like do you just wake up and like feel like you trained?
I was pretty slow. We trained Sunday, and I was pretty slow. Yeah, like I knew I'd done it. Yeah. Because
like we did a few of those sets like when I trained with Matt on the Wednesday, and like I woke up on the Thursday, I was like, fucking good as gold, and then I trained back on Saturday. Yeah. So sometimes when I'm like, because like those sets are fun.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like super fun. So like the
especially
internet,
in a group, man.
Fuck yeah. And like when you're training with someone, you're like,
fucking
oath. Yeah. Like, and the internet now has almost just like made it out as if like those sets are just like the worst thing to do. Like, man, you do those sets,
over.
That you're not going to get any more gains. Just all this fatigue, and you're going to wake up the next day and like your muscles are going to feel like they're going to fall off. It's like, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. Like I said, I did feel slow on Sunday, but I also trained 3 days in a row. We had like later nights than normal. Like
it's probably a compounding effect. It wasn't just like I trained to failure and did like some forced reps. Like
and I think a lot of the DOMs, Jess made a comment, I think on Monday. She's like, oh, the T-bar row. And I just went like this. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah.
The world's heaviest T-bar
row. That's actually what I'm sore from. It's not all the stuff I normally do. It was just I did a T-bar row instead of machine overhand. It's the best. So my back is like, it's really nice.
A chest-supported T-bar row is the best. The best.
Yeah, we don't have one.
Yeah. We got a good one. We got a pretty cool one.
And the overhand chest-supported is mid.
Overhand. Yeah. Oh, the one there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's trash.
Yeah. No. Add body blitz.
Oh. Do you have the hammer strength style one?
We have a hammer strength style one, but it's like the decline kind of. So if you go overhand, it kind of.
Oh, it's like a low.
Like a low row.
It's like a low row, but it's not. You're not leant over.
Yeah. So you kind of get this elevation that I don't like, and then
it's unfortunate.
The plate loaded one, I think it's techno, opens up just a little too much. Okay. So you like where you want to like wrap, the handles are still going out, so you kind of feel a bit It's good in the stretch position, just not real good to get short. But then obviously the T-bar, because the load's coming out as you get higher, like you can get nice and short. So I think that was just and a range that I hadn't loaded for some time. And then the next day I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how like when you train the same exercise, you're just like, is this even working?
Yeah.
Do
like
something
you
new. Something new and you're like, oh, there's those muscles that I always work.
That I train every day. Yeah. But yeah, it's good. It was part of my... This is a bodybuilding podcast officially now. Oh, I made it.
Fucking absolutely.
I've made it.
It's bodybuilding and banter now.
So I got out of the... I always forget the name of the brand. Anyway, the converging chest press, the body lifts.
The Nautilus one?
No, it's...
Matrix?
No, it's a rarer one.
Oh, okay. Gym 80? Pre-core?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I got out of that. So I...
Pre-core have some good ones.
Added sets to all of my dips.
Nice.
I'm a little bit heavier as well at the moment. So it was double progression because I'm fat.
Yeah.
And then
more about the double progression.
Yeah, I last set of my converging press. I got 7 last week, and I hit my 10.
Whoosh.
And I gave myself a little as I got out.
Little Hulk.
And I was like,
move.
oh, I'm excited about hitting 10 reps.
Rep
what the
progression.
fuck is this?
Rep progressions.
Yeah, that's usually like 3 RM, maybe 1 RM territory. But
you'd be able to call those
low 10.
You'd be able to call those low reps soon.
Yeah.
So that's still low.
10's low reps.
What was it? 8 to 10.
Yeah.
That's what Matt said. Yeah, low reps. 8 to 10.
Imagine being that strong.
Fucking
like
hell.
you've got to low reps as 10 because if you do 5, you break. Yeah, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
And then I had to go shopping and I bought Optimum Nutrition.
I know.
Protein powder.
Such a meathead.
Man, absolute nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you. When I like
Gold Standard is the name of the weight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
That's their blend.
WPI. So they didn't have Gold Standard. So I've got a blend. And they had a WPI.
Yeah, it's probably too expensive now. So it's like, let's just blend the proteins.
Yeah. Like it was like $99 for 1.8 kilos.
Yeah,
I think. It's pretty cheap, but it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, what was it? It says like vanilla ice cream or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in my smoothie. I was a fan.
Yeah, I'm on my the bag of protein you don't like. So it's the last one. I'm on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amy only eats vanilla. She doesn't like anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I went to try and buy some vanilla at the expo from Bulk Nutrients. They didn't have any stock.
They weren't selling
site.
anything there.
They had no stock. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, they were just
and if I had have ordered
giving out that protein water.
When they said here's a free shipping code, it would have been here. But
was there a free shipping code there? I did not pay attention.
Just for the expo weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Like you order over $100.
I was going to say
free shipping anyway.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think I've ever paid Bulk Nutrients shipping.
You got to buy at least 5 bags, like a protein at a time.
Yeah, but I think I went like. I keep forgetting the name. I can see the logo in my head. It was like a supermarket. It was like Body Active or something like that. It's like a blue logo with like runners on it, man. Like when I was 16 buying protein powder.
Right.
And then it was like Musashi, which was shit. And then like you found Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard and you're like, this is the one. And this is the one all the bodybuilders really use.
Yeah.
And like, this is it. And then obviously we had like some supplement deals and all that kind of stuff. So we went away and then we found Bulk Nutrients and like, I don't think I've bought anything other than Bulk Nutrients for like nearly 10 years.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think Venom's still around. Like they're supposed to be not too bad.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't want to deviate because it's like a digest good.
Venom used to be something else too.
Yeah.
They've changed names a couple of times. It's the same company.
Is it VPA or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Aussie.
Yeah.
They're local, aren't they? In Melbourne, I think
so.
Yeah.
Or they were. Who knows,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it was packaged.
As
in the bag was put in the box in Melbourne.
It was shipped from Melbourne after sent from China.
Who knows? Yeah.
But it was a moment.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
Tell you what, for a company that makes such good protein bars, Musashi make fucking dog water fucking protein powder.
Look, to be fair, I don't think I've had a Musashi pre.
I am going off history.
Yeah, I haven't had one for so long that I'm not comfortable saying that.
Surely if you make good protein bars, like...
They might have sorted it out, bro.
I doubt it.
Maybe we're missing the trick.
I'm not confident.
Because the post-mix ones are good.
the post mix drinks. Yeah, I don't fuck with those either. Yeah, I usually get what are they called? The protein drinks. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Lululemon of protein drinks.
It definitely is. That is the best description ever. It's the best description of what that drink is.
Yeah.
The Lululemon of protein drinks.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but you can. You get it because you can.
Yeah. The oak ones aren't bad either.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of magnesium in them.
Oh, really?
And if you supplement with magnesium, you may shit yourself.
It's like, I don't know why. I just feel so tired.
Yeah. I think it was maybe Jackson messaged me. He's like, oh, it's really upset my stomach. I'm like, do you supplement with mag as well? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's why.
Yeah,
it's just like
much.
Yeah, it's got like a day's worth in it.
Yeah.
But it's the Musashi shred.
Okay.
It's pretty much just
I'm gonna tell you some
protein.
I'll let you know.
It's not Rockabee.
And if it's great,
it's not Rockabee good, but it's only
if it's great, Musashi gives a sponsorship. I want some
Hit
of
us
those
up.
cookies and cream
Hit us
crisp
up.
protein bars.
So I just went through I bought 2 sample packs of Macro Mike.
Oh yeah,
plant-based almond protein.
I'm gonna go and say that was an L.
Taste wise,
Yeah,
I liked it.
okay.
Yeah,
Almond protein.
Yeah,
Fuck, they'll make protein out of anything.
Yeah. Share protein coming soon.
Macros, like it high in fat, like
higher calorie per serve than
course.
the WPI.
Absolutely.
And like the serves that were in the pack were 22 grams of protein, which is a little disappointing.
Yeah.
So obviously 30 gram serve, only 22 grams of protein.
Almond protein. I wonder, like, just
how.
Yeah, and I just wonder like how complete the protein is.
Yeah, I don't actually know where Mark's from, but I'd like to get him on the pod because we met him.
Nice shirts.
He said, shoot me a DM.
Good
so
shirts.
I'll message you like, bruh, come and tell us.
That man's outfit said fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole brand is fun.
Yeah. I just mean like, when he had the shirt, I'm like, if one of the boys wears a shirt like that on a night out, we're like, oh, he's on. Like, the wife said he can come home tomorrow. Or he's told her, I'm not coming home till tomorrow.
Yeah. The flavors were like, there was a banana and honey, strawberry, peanut brittle.
Ooh. Was that good?
That was good.
Yeah, because usually those flavors let you down.
Peanut brittle was good. The strawberry one was good. Not that I got any of it. My wife drank it all on me. Yeah, don't argue with the breastfeeding woman. Though.
Yeah,
like, you can have it.
You can have whatever you want, love.
Unless she's in a comedy club and kick it the fuck out.
Yeah, and it's peanut brittle. That's mine.
Yeah, that's for me. There's a white chocolate one.
Yeah.
They all had a noticeable almond.
Almond's not a bad flavour though.
Hint? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It's better than
just like strawberry and almond. A bit weird.
Yeah.
So the chocolatey and the peanut buttery flavors
would have been okay.
are like, well, that's a dessert I would eat.
Yeah, you would have fucked with it.
Yeah. But the strawberry was a bit weird.
Yeah.
With the almond.
Thank God that Amy liked it then.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was just like I wanted the almond to not be there because the strawberry flavor was good.
Yeah.
You know, like strawberries hit and miss.
Absolutely.
Like sometimes it gave off. Both of us were like, it gives off Yogo vibes. Strawberry Yogo. Oof. Yeah, but then it had almond.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay, that's shit.
Stop that.
Just
let me have this.
Yeah. Yogo.
Do you even buy that anymore?
I
feel like you can only get chocolate.
The macros of Yogo because,
because I'd like to eat heaps.
Because I'd like to have some. It's like yogurt for children.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like a dessert for breakfast.
I think it's technically, this will probably give you an indication of the macros. I think it's technically called a custard.
Well, okay, that's not good. That's not going to hit. It's not going to hit. It's not going to hit the way I want it to.
Yeah, I don't
it's
think
probably why I could eat it like in abundance as a child and probably not now.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to be Chobani style macros, unfortunately.
So, speaking of being a fat fuck,
Smooth.
I don't know how, but like I was like, here I was this whole time like, my cut starts this time, I've given myself this amount of time, blah, blah, blah. And like, I was like so confident. But when I told you guys I was going to be away, like it's the time we're actually going away. No, I got that right.
Yeah.
But then I told myself in my head that we were going away at another time. And then And so I gave myself this timeline.
Yeah.
And like, let's be real. Like February, I was just like eating whatever.
Prison.
I
Yeah.
could have just started dieting then.
Hot cross buns.
Yeah. And then now, like we're booking this holiday and I'm like, it's fucking 7 weeks away, dude.
Oh, shit.
And your boy ain't ready. It's not ready. It's taking a little while to get into this cut.
Yeah.
A couple of kilos. I lost a couple of kilos.
So hyper aggressive now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm like,
Or you just...
well, yeah. No, well, I don't know. Yes.
I was going to say, have you hired an acceptance coach? Like, what's happening?
So basically, I'm only eating protein.
Oof.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You seem pretty jovial.
I'm pretty good.
So it's been a few days.
Yeah. Yeah. When I say that, it's very, very relaxed. Yeah, like because I ate breakfast.
So I'm not only eating protein.
It's a very relaxed process right now. So, I've got rules.
I'm a bit hungry. I'm gonna have some carbs.
Normally I don't eat till after lunch. I'll have protein and I'll eat. Because I feel like if I just fast in the morning and have a little bit of protein, I can eat like 3 normal meals in the rest of the day, and that kind of works for me.
Yep.
And I've always kind of done it that way. But podcast I needed to eat because I need my brain to be functioned. So I may have had a sandwich before I came. But in saying that, I'll just eat one meal less on the other side. You know?
I understand.
So then I'll stop eating at like 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I just shift the feeding time.
Yeah.
But it's very low calories.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't be disclosing this on the internet.
Can't even say.
Well, if I disclose it on the internet, then
You're a shit coach.
I'd be considered extreme.
Yeah.
And I'm not an extreme person.
Yeah.
If you know me well, of course.
Lol.
Yeah. And I'd be considered a bad person.
Yeah, I had one of our coaches message me yesterday. Actually, had a client like lost 25 kilos and is now like 53 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, she's not losing weight and 1,400 calories. I'm like, of course she's not.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm like, that's a very small person. Like, I know the internet scared you away from 1,200 calories, but that's a very small person. Yeah. And they've also gone through, their body's gone through a lot.
Yeah, I was just
to
about
lose
to say,
25 kilos.
How much more weight does someone at 53 kilos need to lose?
Yeah,
Who's lost 25?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Give her a break, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, how much is she willing to suffer for that?
Yeah.
I think she wants to hit 50. Like, how much is she willing to suffer for that? Or
man, if you're
just like, give it 6
fuck,
months.
man, you're 50 kilos, right? Let's say, I don't know, you maybe between 30 and 35 calories a kilo, she could maintain her body weight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1,500 to 1,700.
Yeah. Oh, look at me. I just said 1,600. Off the top of my head.
To maintain depending on activity levels and
Yeah.
stuff.
He was like, oh, maintenance is 18. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Doubt that very much. But who knows, maybe. And then, then you need to lose the weight.
Yeah.
Small people things.
Mm. I think there's a bit of time, like, sitting at maintenance when you've lost that much weight, too. To kind of bring things back into...
Yeah, it's funny how the internet's kind of killed the decision making for those situations.
Mm.
Like I even had another one of my clients. They were like, "Oh, I can't possibly take them any lower than this." I'm like, "Says who?"
Yeah.
Like, does she need to lose more weight?
Yeah.
And like she plateaued.
Yeah.
And
is it time sensitive?
Yeah. It's like, who says you can't?
Yeah.
It's just.
Do you find people who have been in that kind of overweight, obese range tend to have lower, like, maintenance rates?
Not always, but yeah. I think there's something.
Yeah.
There. It's funny, like some do, some don't. So then I think like maybe it's still just genetics,
Yeah, it's part of why they maybe got it to that obese level.
Yeah,
because
like statistically, like they should still burn a lot of energy metabolically because they're quite heavy.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of tissue on them, like regardless of whether it's fat or muscle.
Yeah.
Because that's still metabolically active. And they've got lots of it. Mm. So if you just reduce the food, then it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time, you're probably they're just not doing what they say they're doing. Yeah. Or they don't know, It's a lot of that. It's a lot of...
One of my clients, like...
subconscious, like, shit that happens that they don't pay attention to.
Found out how many calories are in soft drink. And I was like... Wow. What do you mean? Like, I just didn't realise. I'm like...
It's like 32 calories a glass. 32 grams of
carbs.
Yeah, so that's like 120 calories a glass still.
Yeah, she had a Monster. She's like, I just like read the label, and I'm like,
yeah, man.
You don't track
that?
So
50 grams, in the Monster, the big ones.
Like, you don't track that? She's like, I don't have it very much, Mark.
I remember I accidentally got...
You don't have it ever.
I got sucked in by the marketing. So it's got some nice colours on it.
I'm about it.
Your boy's going to get it.
Yeah.
And this time I didn't even look at the...
Oh,
I was just like, that looks like a fucking fun time. I want it. And then, cracked it open. And like, because I drink diet everything.
Yeah.
Just took that first swig. I was like, whoa. It just tasted like so syrupy. I'm like, fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then, turned around and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's got like 70 grams of carbs in it.
I did it with I think I gave you one, the V's at golf.
Yeah. That was delicious.
It was. It was
that
really
was different. It's way different. And I feel like because they're small, it's kind of like
you get away with it a little bit.
Yeah,
it's probably only 30 grams.
Even the sugar Red Bull. I was like, this doesn't fucking hit, man. You know, like.
You don't like the taste as much?
Well, I don't think it's much better than the sugar free.
Agreed.
So I'm like, why would you ever have the one with the sugar in it?
I don't rate Red Bull anyway.
It's the number one consumed energy drink on the planet.
Yeah.
How is that so?
Good marketing.
Yeah. There must be just like everyone like in Asia and stuff just drink that.
Yeah, I think it's
and Europe and stuff. There must be like is it like patriotic? You know, to a brand that's from
maybe. There's a bit of status.
Yeah, because like think about it, America's Monster. Like, maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like there's lots of Red Bull there too.
I feel like but they'd still be dominated by it.
It's one of those things where it's like you Google something, you don't search it.
Yeah.
It's like if you have an energy drink, it's Red Bull.
I think it's Monster.
Nah, people would still say like, a cup of Red Bull get me through, and then buy a Monster.
Yeah, that's because maybe that's because I we could sum this up into like people over 30 maybe drink Red Bull.
Yeah.
People under 30 drink Monster, bro.
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Especially here, Monster's way more popular, but
Absolutely.
I think the language would still be, I'll just have a Red Bull to be fine, and then I would say that and buy a V.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not going to, when was the last time you heard someone say like, I'll just have a V, it'll be fine?
I'm just going to buy a V.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, V's like, you purchase it when it's on special and when there's nothing else.
Yeah. See, I'm about it. I like it because they're small and I don't get anxiety.
Yeah. I actually shouldn't be drinking fucking energy drinks at all. So
yeah, no more migraines for you, please, sir.
Yeah, fuck, man. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that.
Negatively impacts my life. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, if you can give me an idea of how to stop it, man.
Fuck.
3 times a year. Put this
just
man to bed.
You, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And you know, the only thing I can think of, and I'm not saying we should be more diligent with it, but every time we don't do the 13th week.
Yeah, fucks us.
Yeah, because even like, I got one the last work week of the year.
Yeah.
And then, it's just like,
gets
to that point.
Do you know the worst part?
Put this man to sleep.
I mentioned something about the 13th week.
Yeah.
And Amy was like, are you doing that? I'm like, no. Like, I'm just going to work the whole time anyway. We don't, like, there is no 13th week. Next minute, we're just like, buckles.
Yeah.
Everything's hard.
Help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to look into it a little bit further, though. Like, I can't be getting shit like that all the time. Not all the time, but it's like 3 times a year. It's fucking...
Yeah. You just don't want it at a time that it matters.
Yeah, well, that's it. What if it's like, fucking...
You're on fucking overseas or whatever.
Yeah, well,
probably won't be because you won't be stressed.
Yeah, well, that never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, I got one the morning of, like, one of the workshops, and I had to deliver the workshop, and that was the worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, man. It's so bad.
It's like blurred slides.
It was so... It literally is, like, one of those, like, things where you only know if you know. Like, no one understands unless they have them. And it's like, it's not just like a headache and shit. It's like a vertigo, headache, fucking food poisoning. It's like all of that wrapped into one. It's like, it's not a good time.
Vertigo's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had like a couple when I was younger, like migraines. Just like blurred vision and dark room and all that sort of shit. But yeah, never as an adult. But yeah, vertigo.
Yeah.
Because I've been real sick from it.
Yeah.
As soon as I feel a little bit of it, I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good time, man. Someone was saying it's like, an influx in blood into your brain. So the blood vessels spasm.
Right.
And then they can't get the blood out.
Yeah, right.
That's where the bad time comes from.
Yeah.
But they don't know why it happens.
Yeah.
They're just like, and it's funny, like, because, as soon as you get migraine, like, everyone's trying to fucking
fix it.
Solve life's greatest mystery, right?
Just have some magnesium.
Have you got this? Have you done that? I'm like, Do you not think I fucking tried this? I've gotten them for fucking since I was like 20.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried it all, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because, like, some of the things that people tell you not to do are the things that people tell you to do to fix them. Because one of my chiro was like, you should have some caffeine when you have, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure the cause of it is from it's having a little too much of it, bro.
Yeah, too much stims.
Yeah. It's like, this guy doesn't need any more caffeine.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. All right, quick break in the episode, guys. Just wanted to talk about coaching. So we at STCfit are committed to taking your body composition, training, performance, your health and well-being all to the next level. Our experienced team of coaches are ready to help you get the most out of yourself. You don't just have to be a powerlifter or a bodybuilder or an athlete. You just need to be somebody who knows that you have a lot of potential and want to reach it. And you can join the team by heading to the website, submitting a coaching inquiry form, and one of our coaches will get in touch with you. All right, let's get back to the episode. All right. We talked a little bit of training stuff then, so that wasn't all banter.
No. That was all useful.
Yeah.
Macro
absolutely.
Mark, good. Ben's bodybuilding now. Train hard.
This is the funny question. I don't think either of us are going to answer it, though. I'm not going to answer it. What's one thing you want to try versus one thing you'll never get?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so when someone said that answer, that question, I'm like, for me, both of them are the same.
Yeah.
And I can't say that because I'll probably get divorced.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to go in a different direction and I'm struggling.
As soon as I read it, I'm like, oh no, I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm getting hot.
I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but I'd really like to try Adderall.
Yeah. And you'll never probably.
Yeah. Let someone hook me up. Otherwise, it's on there. I'll never get it list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. I can think of plenty of things, but I'm not going to share
them. Yeah. Yes.
If you could have multiple wives, how many would you have?
One.
But if you could have multiple.
One. Who's on here? Is this like one of our wives or something? Like trying to just like bait us or?
I think it's the boys trying to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
These married old men will fuck them up.
Yeah, let's make life at home real tough for them. If you could have multiple. Yeah, well, look, one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends. Like, do they all have jobs that they go off to do and like, I don't have to do anything? Because there's a lot of context there. So if you had 4 wives, right?
Do you know who asked that?
And they're all breadwinners.
Someone who's not married.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. But imagine if you had 3 wives who like all ran a successful business.
All cashed up.
Yeah, you could play golf. They could hire a cleaner.
Yeah.
Because like it's the power of numbers, right?
I guess we have 2.
Yeah.
So we have our real wives and each other.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. But we're not that like. But you could also have
our relationships fairly low maintenance.
Yeah, and it's not there's no financial contribution, right?
Yeah.
So then if you have multiple and they're all contributing financially,
yeah,
that allows you to have a lot of freedom.
Can you have a favorite?
Fuck it, why not?
Or is that like?
As long as it's there would have to be a ranking system, right? You can't be like, oh, like your kids, like, oh, your love you's all the same, like. It's like, this is wife number 1 and she sleeps in my bed.
But I sleep in that bed every night.
Either that or you have rotating bedrooms. Like,
fuck
Thursday night, I sleep in bedroom 3.
You just roll the dice on 7th night. We just lucky dip it.
I don't know if anyone's getting. I don't know if there's a person out there who's willing to share with like 3 or 4 other people though.
That's also
you have to be
true.
very.
It happens though, right? Other places.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I believe so.
Imagine the problems.
Yeah, it's just like that's why I said 1. Like just maintaining.
I feel like the good would be real good. But the bad would be nowhere near as good as the good. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'd just be so bad that, like, you're like, fuck this. Imagine, like,
it would have
3 people telling you to put your gym bag away.
That's it. It'd just have to be hierarchy-based that just, like, it's like, are they wives or slaves? Like, where does that line blur?
Yeah. Imagine 3 of them saying it's fine.
Oh, Jesus.
Oof, you're fucked.
Yeah,
imagine they all glued together, too.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Is it like they're better than their friends or worse than their friends?
Yeah, if they're anything like Steph, they'll just won't say anything. That's even worse. So then I'm like,
you know what you did.
Yeah. It's just like, is there a reason why I'd be upset?
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Oh,
I'm like,
Jesus.
Ooh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Probably. Like, I've met me. There's a good chance.
Yeah, look. Probably fucked up and just don't remember. Oh, wow. What's the one thing you wish you didn't do that affected your results the most?
Oh. Can't say that one. Actually, no, it's the opposite. Yeah. Anyway, that I didn't do that affected my results the most.
I'm not going to say it. It's just out of pure funniness, though. But I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I reckon I trained my muscle connection thing for too long.
Yeah, that was a big one. I think we've shared that on the pod before. Like just chasing the sensation part. That definitely fucked up.
Yeah, because it did
a lot of,
and even like we obviously followed it up with BPAC. We're like, bro, this fucking 4-second, 8-second rep shit. What the fuck? And he was just like, it was really novel, so it worked. I was like, oh,
it's good for
so
beginners.
like doing it for 2 years, not good.
It's good for beginners.
Yeah.
Teaches you how to move and centralize focus. But yeah, it was just like chasing that. Absolutely. Probably like an 18-month hiatus from weightlifting to boxing. That probably didn't help either.
Also.
Changing goals, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, flip-flopped a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I look back now and I'm like, it was fun, but I was like, fuck, man, I was like 24, 25.
Peak
would have
muscle
been good
building time.
Yeah, it would have been good to have that time dedicated to, reps.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Yeah, not much.
Don't chase feel. I mean, don't chase feel for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sensation.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had spent way less money on supplements that don't really work and paid more for education.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I wish I had my first two online coaches, so my first and second.
Yeah.
Were actually good.
Yeah.
Because that put me off. Isn't it amazing how it happens to you? Like your first experience is like, you're like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. And then you roll the dice again and then it doesn't work out. It's like, no wonder I've only had like 4 coaches my fucking whole time.
Yeah.
It's because
maybe 5.
Imagine if you...
I stayed with them for a really long time.
Yeah, well, I'll train with Ben for like how long? 3 years? 4 years?
I one of them for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't count. But yeah, just think like, if you're even just general population, you have a bad experience, like that could fuck someone up.
Yeah, and that's yeah. You hate PTs forever because you got a shit one.
Yeah, and it's like, well, if it happened to me, of course it happens to everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Which I reckon actually no, that's a lie. I was gonna say the odds are probably less, but they're probably not.
I like to feel like that they are.
Yeah, they're definitely not though.
I think you just get. It's easier to find the good ones now.
Yeah,
because there's so much content that you can sift through to find out.
Yeah, I still don't think that people know how to look though.
Whereas back then it was just like your first coach was just like, go see this guy. There was no website, there was no content.
I was literally just sending him a text message, and then it was just email. I never even met the dude.
Yeah, no Zoom call, nothing.
So, no, it was nothing. Yeah,
and like how many prep coaches were there around you at the time?
Yeah, and that was just like
versus access to all of Australia.
A bunch of people who just prepped. Yeah, now you would you'd be able to investigate a little bit further.
Yeah,
but then even then, the second one did all that and was still shit.
I just clicked who that was. Yeah.
Old Ed Cohen's deadlifting program. Old PDF. Here you go, mate.
Fucking hell.
Let's do Ed Cohen's deadlifting program as a bodybuilder. Jesus. Cool, man. No worries.
Thanks, bros.
It's deadlift every 3 days for 30 days. No worries.
Fuck.
Just from a random program to that.
Yeah. It's wild out here, fam.
At least I was smart enough not to do it.
Yeah.
It's that's stupid. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
What are the, say, top 3 to 5 things that you like to see in a client? Oh, that's a good question.
Top 3 to 5 things I like to see in a client. Comprehensive check-ins.
Yeah.
effort in the gym.
Mm?
And just like, I know it kind of overlaps with that detailed check-in thing, but like willingness to pass on information.
Yeah.
Like, this is working, this isn't working. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's pretty good. I'll add on to those. So, clear goals that are deep and meaningful, because, you know, I'm not there. I shouldn't have to motivate you to do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ownership of, like, when you don't do it, the things you say you did, you just own up to it.
Yeah.
And you try not to deflect it onto anything else. It's like, we just want to be like, what do we need to do to move forward? Not like, we're not going to tell you off. So I think, like, you just need to be like, hey, I didn't have a good week. Like, this happened.
Yeah.
That's really important. Yeah, good work ethic. You know, just willing to show up and give it everything you got. I think they're the main ones.
Yeah.
You know, on top of the detailed check-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna yield the best results, because you're gonna have the best relationship with that person.
Yeah. I think spinning off the STCfit.com/blog, the blog that I put out last week about like values over goals, just like working with people that like to train.
Yeah.
Like, I think that and a lot of personal trainers obviously look for this now, but for myself, it's like, if you like to train because it does something more than just training, they tend to be the people that I get along with the best.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I just like people who do the things they say they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And if you don't, just own up to the fact that you didn't.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like you'll get the best results that way. Can I target fat loss or muscle gain in a specific area?
Muscle gain, definitely.
Yeah. If you look at muscle gain, like, you can look at people who engage in maybe a particular activity for a long period of time, and you can kind of see that they develop a physique in a certain way. Not always, but sometimes. So that would give you an indication that, like, those activities done repetitively would suggest that certain regions of a muscle would grow like that.
Yeah.
And then, like decades bodybuilding would suggest it too. It's like, I need to bring this up. And then 12 months later.
Yeah, that's it. Is like, are you talking about like arms, or are you talking about like the fucking specific regional hypertrophy?
Yeah,
both you can do though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can target muscle gain in a specific area, because you can, like, being super technical, it's just like, this is the area.
Yeah.
The arm.
Yeah.
I know that they mean
yeah,
like a part of the arm, not just the arm. Like,
there's definitely limitations of like insertions and
absolutely,
like just muscle belly lengths and size and all that kind of stuff.
Agreed.
That all, always may not look the way if you're looking at someone else. Like, you might not have big round fucking cantaloupe delts like you have. Yeah, but you can definitely change and affect the shape.
Yeah, I think maybe muscle architecture wise too, because, like, and I could be wrong here, but I don't know, like, how much of like a like fusiform type muscle that's, like, you know, elongated, like, you could influence the regions of that, but like something that's fans across a larger cross-sectional area that's multi-directional in terms of its like fiber orientations, like, you probably can. Yeah. Because it's like, what if you don't move in a way that is mechanically advantageous for like some of those muscle fibers, but is more advantageous for the others? So the back's probably the best. The lats are probably the best example of that, because they obviously fan from the lower back after the hips, you know, into the upper arm. It's like, and it wraps around the rib cage. It's like, fuck, man, that can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, watching people train back too is just like, in terms of like what you said, like people do a particular activity and build a certain way. It's like, I can tell you how someone trains back by looking at them. Yeah. It's like, it's so noticeable.
Definitely.
But I've noticed it recently, finally, I feel like actually getting some kind of upper pec happening. Because I haven't arched for like 6 months.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and it's like, it was the other day I like rolled over and I was like, that crease wasn't there before.
The meat.
Those two pieces of muscle touch now. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So you definitely can.
Ben's winning the bathroom Olympia every night.
Yeah. Not yet.
There's only one competitor, man. You can win every night. I win every night.
No, I look watery at night. It's always in the morning.
Right. So the fat loss part, generally has always suggested that you can't.
Yeah.
There have been some very interesting and only small studies done where they do something that improves the circulation in a particular area of the body. I think they've only done it on like crunches, or maybe they did it with some leg stuff as well. And then they did some cardiovascular work, and then, over that time, like they still lost net same body fat, but like waist circumference was So because like I'm pretty sure the hypothesis is that mobilization and circulation are two components of fat loss. So the stress component of fat loss will extract the fat cells out of will extract the fat out of the cell, and then the mobilization and the mobilization and then obviously the utilization of the energy is like what's going to happen afterwards. So there's that theory where it's like if you just move, and I guess that's where the fucking creams and shit come from and all that. So you're like, fuck,
just get blood flow to the area.
Yeah. So yeah.
You had someone say to me once, like they just grabbed my love handles, like, oh yeah, they're really cold, like you're not getting circulation there. I was like, well, it's not active. Like it's not.
Yeah.
How do you drive?
Yeah, I still wouldn't.
How do you drive blood flow to your hips?
Yeah. So I don't know if you can sit here and be like, well, if you want less fat in your subscap, like just do more flies or some shit.
Yeah.
Like reverse flies, like, and then do some cardio. Like I don't think it works that way, but like maybe some suggestions that, if you got a little bit hanging around the gut, do some crunches,
do some sit-ups, and you'll be fine.
Do some crunches and then do some cardio.
Interesting.
What was the protocol? We used to do sit-ups. I don't think you ever did this, so it must have just been me. Sit-ups. So you do the sauna, and then you do sit-ups, and then you would cycle on the bike.
Interesting.
So that was because the sauna like fucking extracts out the heat and it extracts the toxins and the this and that. Obviously it elevates your heart rate, so it's burning calories as well. And then you do the sit-ups because that's the area that you wanted the fat to come from. And you'd burn the energy doing the sit-ups. And then you'd go and cycle at a low intensity because the fat would be
mobilized
in the bloodstream.
Interesting.
I
definitely never did that.
That's just looking at shit like like microscope going like these three things.
I wish we had a sauna at my gym.
Yeah, I want to get one for my house. I think I said that one time.
Yeah. I'll come.
I'll get there eventually.
I'll pay you $10.
I need to get rid of all the gym equipment in there. So I'll have a solly and a sauna.
Oof.
That's it. Fucking hell. Imagine that. I'll keep the gym equipment. You go gym.
That's like $50 a week membership.
Absolutely. Or maybe I'll do that and then make some money somehow. Pay the fucking house off.
Try and pay the mortgage.
How impactful is bodybuilding on your day-to-day life? Well, because I'm a bodybuilder, I'll share it with you.
I thought this was for me.
How impactful is your fitness goals on your day-to-day life?
The question was bodybuilding.
Well, that's because it was probably asked for me, bro.
Yeah. You go, and then I'll answer.
I think, like, look, let's be real. Bodybuilding for me is a hobby. It's not a sport. I don't monetize it. I'm never going to make a career out of it. So I do it because I love it. And it's funny, like I said to Adrian the other day, like I'm not really like into bodybuilding much now for me. I'm into building my body.
Yeah.
So it's different. Like I don't look at it like I'm going to do this to get on stage. So everything that I need to do has to be done a specific way. I'm just into like building more muscle, being stronger, and then sometimes stripping the body fat off to, kind of look good with no clothes on. So it's still the same venture. It's just the lens that I look at it through is it's not comparison to someone else. Like I'm not sitting here going like, are my fucking calves as big as my arms and blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, of course you would like to put together something that you like to look at, but it's not, I'm not going to be able to go on stage. I'm not, balanced enough, whatever. But when I'm taking it seriously, very immersive into your lifestyle. Eating every 3 hours, eating 40 grams of protein, probably minimum every 3 hours. That's the hardest part. Because you got to cook. You can't get that from accidentally just walking into the cupboard and going, I'll grab that. It's like you got most of the time you're cooking meat, you're cooking fish, you're cooking eggs.
Yeah.
You got to have some rice with it or some starch, some veggies. Like the eating part is like the bit where everybody fails.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't make the gains that, they say that they can't make. It's like you don't want to put the effort in outside the gym.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, we joke about like, oh, I'm a bodybuilder now, shit. Like, from a training standpoint, I just like to train and I like to progress, and that at the moment that is in a more physique realm.
Yeah.
I'm still, like I said, one of the episodes recently, like, I've now found a way to chase progression and performance. I just do it in bodybuilding workouts.
Yeah.
That don't hurt my joints. And that don't take as long.
Good place to be.
So that probably, yeah, if the question is like how much it infiltrates your life, I definitely never think about getting on stage or anything like that.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of an Olympia most mornings. Just gonna have a little pose down with myself just to see what's going on.
Fucking nice. Why we lift weights.
Because I enjoy it, but 10 years ago that was a really neurotic thing. Now it's not.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And I'm pretty objective with what I see too. It's like, you're looking a bit fluffy. It's like, yeah, because you've eaten Easter eggs every night since Easter. Like, of course you are.
Maxi bonds.
Yeah.
Maxi bonds.
I fucking haven't had a Maxi bond for ages. Don't open that carton.
Are you on the fucking paddle pops?
Not at the moment. I have been, yes. Yeah.
But I'll get the LD ones because everyone told me. So.
Gave myself a bit of a reality check.
Oh.
And I was like, I put my food into my fitness pal yesterday, and I was like, oh.
Stop eating that fat fuck.
Yeah, that last meal is a protein bar.
Okay.
It's not a couple of rows of chocolate.
Yeah.
Or a paddle pop or half of each.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So just pull the reins back a little bit.
I think for whoever asked that question, wants to know real,
yeah, so
intense bodybuilding. Fuck, mate. It's a full-time job.
Yeah, so I guess where I was going with that, what's interesting. So Mads was coming down for the weekend, obviously trains, tracks, like I'm a coach, whatever. My wife messaged her like, hey, we're going to have schnitzels, rice and vegetables most nights. Is that okay with you? Is that going to work with your macros?
Yeah.
My wife did that off her own because that's just how we live. It's like, what's the macros of the meal? How do we get the protein in?
Yeah.
What's the carb source? What's the overall calories? Like, we just think like that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And like, you hang out with normal
people. You have disordered eating.
100%.
By definition.
So if you like go to a normal person's house and you're like, there's no protein on this.
Yeah. What are we eating for dinner?
There's just pasta with cream on it or something. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
So I think it probably infiltrates my life way more than I would probably think, because I've just been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah. It's full-time. It's a full-time job.
At the elite level,
to do
100%.
it, like to do it well, like even to give your best shot.
Yeah.
Like, you got to eat 6 meals a day. You got to train. You got to do your cardio if it's that time. Like, that's how much time. Dedicated to that. There's a lot of no's. There's a lot of like, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of going and just like not eating the food or this that. Like, there's a lot of sacrifices that you make, but you make them because it's important to you. Yeah. I said no so many times in my 20s because I was like, really trying to give this thing a red hot crack. Yeah. Probably wasn't the best at it, but I still had a good time. Still, probably those things compounded to this. I mean,
they gave you skills everywhere else in life.
Absolutely. So, it's not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, it's very immersive. It's not like I hate using the comparisons to powerlifting, but it's just like there's no other example I have because we have fucking strength athletes and that's it. Yeah. You do the task, you go home. There's a bit of nutrition and stuff, but it's not that overbearing on the outcome. Yeah. So it's going to the gym is the biggest portion of it. Yeah. Bodybuilding, you go to the gym and then you got to do your cardio and then you've got to make sure that your nutrition is nailed to the T for fucking 6 times in the day. Yeah. Yeah. That takes up way more. That's way more immersive. Like, you can still go out and fucking eat with your friends and your family like 2 weeks out from comp. Yeah. Like from a powerlifting meet, there's no fucking chance.
I think there's probably a difference in the last say 8 to 12 weeks of like bodybuilder versus powerlifter. I think now as the standard gets higher and higher, if you're not, so I would look at my powerlifting career and I behaved like a bodybuilder for a lot of it.
Okay.
Always track my food, turn down alcohol, no late nights, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, unless you had to make weight.
Yeah, then I just ate too much.
Then you
I tracked it, bro.
No, you still acted like a bodybuilder. You just acted like Jay Cutler in the office.
Correct. So I think, and then even outside of like, my last prep was shit because I didn't commit to the extra rehab, the extra steps, the extra.
It's not harder, bro. Stop trying to make
I'm
it
not
harder.
saying it's harder.
No,
Calm
fuck
down.
with you.
But I think, yeah, it's like, I don't know. These are just, there's the old thing of like the lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. I don't think it infiltrates and upsets my life anymore. But I
yeah, but
if I hung out with
it's probably this is probably coming from someone who doesn't know.
And it's like, is this someone asking who is new to the gym and like is looking at us and going, fuck, like these guys, they're bodybuilders, or is it someone who's going to compete?
Well, it's probably someone who's
what
like,
am I expecting?
Yeah, and I think it's that, and it's basically like you're not going to go anywhere. Your partner's going to have to be in on it. Like,
yeah.
You know, you're going to have to get to the point where, your partner's like, oh, this food has this macros in it. And it's like so much compromise for everyone around you.
Yeah.
Is basically what bodybuilding is. Like, compromise for you in terms of like how you live is you're compromising certain things for that particular venture. Yeah. And then there's a lot of compromise for the people that are close to you because it is a sport that is entirely about you, you know?
Yeah. I think,
but it's worth it too. So don't let anyone say that it's not. It's fucking bad.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. So when I sort of said like, oh no, powerlifting's also hard. I think to participate in bodybuilding, you have to behave like an elite athlete anywhere else. So an elite athlete in any sport doesn't drink, watches their food, doesn't go out, says no, makes all those sacrifices, but they're elite at it. Your novice show, the first time you step up there, when you're probably still shit at it, you have to do all those things. Yeah. Which is pretty wild.
Yeah. You think you're shredded and you're not.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gone forever.
Yeah, it's probably good now.
We still got heaps of questions, which is great.
For next week.
Okay. All right. As always, thanks for listening, guys. Perfect opportunity to hit the subscribe button whatever platform you're on. Support the mission. As always, thank you for your attention. We'll see you next time.
Go read my blogs too on the website. Made me feel better about myself. Thanks.